Hey guys, another video for our Wheels in Japan playlist and our mini-series on crazy drivers in Japan. Can't do a video on crazy drivers without showing you a few phone zombies. Too easy, of course. Every time we leave the house, go somewhere in the car, we see phone zombies. Driving with one hand, looking at the phone with the other hand. We saw one guy this week, had the phone in one hand and his vape in the other hand. That was pretty scary. How's he steering? So yeah, left hand had the phone, right hand had the vape. Cruising along. By the time you're holding the phone that close to your face, it might be time to give it a rest, huh? So, yeah, no shortage of phone zombies, and now and again it gets reported on the news here that someone dies as a result of a phone zombie going through a traffic light or a pedestrian crossing or something and wiping somebody out. But they still don't do much about it. The police write the occasional ticket to somebody. Out of 10,000 people doing it in a day on one particular road, maybe one will get a ticket. So they know that. So everybody does it. So everybody does it. Everybody does it. The Japanese way of doing things. If everyone's doing it, it must be okay. This was scary. That's a beginner sticker there on the window. So that means that young dude's a beginner driver. And he had a phone in each hand. So guessing one of them maybe had a map on it or something. Don't know. But he had a phone in each hand. He had two phones. And he was holding them both and holding the steering wheel at the same time and drifting from left to right, as was this guy. But this guy, interestingly, wasn't breaking the rules. In Japan, it's perfectly okay to watch videos or TV or whatever you want to do while you're driving a car, as long as you don't touch the screen. So this guy had his phone mounted up on his dash in front of his face, and he had an anime playing, and he was cruising along watching the anime and drifting from one side to the other, drifting from right to left as he watched his video. This is one that drives lots of people crazy, the failing to indicate. You see this guy's sort of drifting off to the right there? It's because he's going off to another lane. So he's supposed to indicate, but often they don't, or usually they don't. They sort of drift over. So you're not quite sure, should I pass him or not? Oh yeah, okay, I can pass him. And then he indicates to go around the corner. This was one of the craziest things we've seen this week. We were pulling into a shop here, and this guy was sitting there sort of half across this very busy road. And what's he doing? Anyway, so we went into the shop. We were in there for 20 minutes. And when we came out, he was still there. And apparently that car park for that restaurant was full. So he was just sitting there waiting for a space. So he's sitting there with his car in park, looking at his phone. Now you can see there heaps of space for him to get off that road. But he just sat there. And I was filming this expecting to film an accident for you guys, because there were so many close calls where cars, you watch, there'll be a couple of close calls in a minute, but just sat there. So the 20 minutes that we were there, he was sitting there like that, blocking half that lane. Now you can see he could pull off that road easily, cross that footpath into that car park and wait for someone to come out. But just the lack of common sense, just parked up, sat there staring at his phone. And you know, interestingly too, nobody hit their horns. In some countries, people will be hitting their horns and say, "Get off the road, you dick." But here, nobody. Nobody. They just all patiently went round him. Anyway, there it was. This week's Crazy Drivers. More videos coming soon.